Yeah, look, the story is bigger than you think. The vision is bigger than me. Look, gotta tell you the truth. We gotta eat by any means. Yeah, the story is bigger than you think. The vision is bigger than me. Yeah, gotta tell you the truth. We gotta eat by any means. The Big Thinker Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Airport Royal Guest House. And big shout out to our friends in hydration. #DrinkWaterG. Hello everyone, welcome to another insightful episode of The Big Thinkers. My name is Biggie, aka Mr. Lost Chem, the creative hustler, the chicken kwasa prime master of Ashane Kasi, and everything in between getting that zaga, man. Welcome to The Big Thinkers, where we are going to be touching the most concerning topics of our time. As you know, I'm not alone, I'm with my lovely co-host.
Hey everybody, my name is Tonkosi, aka Enchantress Baby, Inkanyezi, Yagankosi, and welcome to episode 3.
Thank you, little sis, for welcoming us to episode 3.
So what's up for today, bro?
So today I want to touch a very sensitive topic. I know nobody loves being told how and why and when they should spend their money.
Right.
But we're definitely going to be touching a bit of a financial discipline, right? But before we get into that, I was sitting at home analyzing a statement by myself.
Right.
I was thinking, so bad things are happening in South Africa. What's your take on that statement?
Well, there's a lot of things happening in South Africa, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening in South Africa, right?
I need you to be more specific.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of topics.
So there's the good things and the bad things. So I'm saying bad things are happening in South Africa.
Name 2.
The killing of women and the barbaric killing of children,
Don't get me started on that because it kind of hurts my... I'm sorry, but...
Exactly my point.
Yeah,
you see that?
I am not okay about that one, honestly. It kind of just hurts me as a woman, in a way.
So would you say bad things are happening in South Africa as a woman? Would you say that
It is. Like, women now, we're not safe, bro. Like, to be honest, ladies, are we even safe in South Africa, in our own homes, in our own streets? Like, are we even safe, to be honest? Because I don't feel safe anymore. The only way I can feel safe is maybe by walking with somebody that I know, that I could trust. Yeah. Like, for example, like you.
Definitely.
I can't just walk alone anymore.
I'm glad you trust me, eh? I'm just happy you trust me. Okay, so reason why I'm raising this issue right now about bad things happening in South Africa, it's because most publications, right? Almost all publications,
right?
They publish about negative things. So they highlight more on the negative things that are happening in South Africa. And then they shy away on the positive stories that they can tell about this beautiful country as well, right?
True.
Yes, bad things are happening in South Africa, but also good things are happening as well, right? But because most publications, they choose to create content based on violence, criminal activities, So for someone, for instance, for someone who's in London, if they're reading about South Africa, they're going to pick up bad thing happening in South Africa. They can barely pick up a good thing happening in South Africa. Reason being, it's the publications, it's the media moguls, right?
Right.
So, most publications, they publish about bad things. They highlight more on the negative side of things that happen in SA. So what have we become? What are we? Like, this is a beautiful country, man. SA is kind to almost everyone, But now with the things that are happening and also the criminal activity or maybe the publications, they are kind of promoting more stories about criminal activities or the bad things that are happening.
Right.
I mean, that's also affecting the tourist rate, eh? Because if you check the statistics, basically, SA statistics on tourism have deteriorated a lot from the past probably 3 years.
So
it has
in a
deteriorated
way,
very, very much.
In a way, you're saying the way how it's being assumed or painted. They say maybe, for example, South Africa is barbaric. They don't care about their kind. In a way. Like, we just let each other, like, kill each other, rape each other, like...
That's bad, man.
And knowing the crime the crime, the government. I don't know what's going on.
So would you blame someone who doesn't come from SA, who doesn't not see these things from, like, who does not experience these things firsthand, right? Would you blame someone who thinks SA is not a good place? Would you blame someone who read about that on a publication?
No, I wouldn't.
Really, right?
Yeah,
'Cause-
because they don't even exactly know what's happening,
yeah.
unless if they know somebody that they can tell them the truth. Because sometimes they could paint our South Africa, like our country, in a bad way, knowing hore, there's rumors, sometimes alleged rumors, sometimes it's not.
But now you can't say these guys are painting a picture because it's a publication, it's an Instagram post, it's on national television.
Sometimes you can't believe
You know,
what you
it's
see
everywhere,
on,
man.
on social media, because they do make rumors
Yeah,
about things.
yeah.
So depending, you need to find the real truth. There's their truth, there's our truth, and there's the real truth.
So what you're saying to me is that there is good things happening in SA, and there is also a bit of bad things happening in SA,
Exactly.
just like anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
But in most cases, you never see most countries publishing too much about the criminal activities happening in their countries, eh?
Well-
It's like here in SA, we are glorifying the crime, you know?
Yeah, but in different countries, it's more of war. You know, the war of Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of going on there, to be honest. But in other countries, it's more of war, or there's no crime. Let me say, there's no crime.
Yeah, I know there is few places without crime in the world, eh?
Yeah, but South Africa, they
Yeah.
say that there's a lot of crime. Besides murder, a lot of crime.
So what have we became, you know, in this beautiful land of ours where our children are not safe, our sisters, our mothers, our wives, you know, they're not safe. So before we dwell into the topic of today,
Yeah.
I'd like to clarify this. Yes, there are bad things happening in South Africa, and there are also good things happening in South Africa. But it's all our responsibility as the
Right.
general public, right?
Yeah.
How would you like a picture to be painted about South Africa, you know? Because you know, it's an African dream, you know. So now with Donald Trump, we're gonna slam us with 30% on the tariffs, and
Don't even get me started. I wanted to buy on Shein.
no, because I believe the things that are happening are part of the things why these countries would want to crucify us, why Donald Trump would want to slam us with the 30%
No,
on
it's
the imports
fine.
and stuff.
Like, let him take it away, because we do have BRICS. Because if we get support from BRICS, we won't care about the dollars in the USA.
So do you believe that BRICS would change the future
Yes.
in SA?
Yes.
In a long run, though, I mean, it's not a thing that can happen overnight.
Well,
Here's one thing. People need to understand this thing. It doesn't mean overnight, whoever steps in, or the BRICS or whatever, they're going to change things overnight. That's the thing. Because another thing, man, people can inherit a broken community, a broken something, then they have to build it themselves as well. So it might take longer than we think
true.
to come back on our feet.
Well, to be honest, I don't know anything about politics.
Yeah?
Right?
Yeah.
But we know that something is going to change one
Right.
day, because I feel like Donald Trump thinks like he owns South Africa. South Africa has more resources than America, to be honest. They get a lot of resources from us.
So don't you think the whatever feud that is rumored to be happening between the two, because apparently I heard those two are done rubbing each other's shoulders. So don't
With
you think Elon Musk and Donald Trump,
They're still fighting, or they're done?
it's still continuing, man?
Oh.
It's actually still going on. So
Can
do
it
you-
end?
So do you think maybe SA is being punished for the misunderstanding between those two?
Why should we be involved? To be honest, why should we be involved? Because like, we didn't do anything. It's their feud. They should put it in USA.
You may never know what the guy was promised, man. Speaking of which, I was actually reading based on Source Drum magazine. Was it Drum or You magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah, You magazine. I was reading about the Afrikaner refugee package. Damn, man, that's quite comfortable.
How sure are you?
Because they told they say they told these guys they were gonna get the housing, enroll their children in school. They're going to get the money to start off their life from scratch. But when I look at the money, for someone who believe to have left their resources, their investment, their wealth, right, their estate, that money is so little for someone to go and start a new life, right?
Exactly. But to be honest, let's ask you: would you move from South Africa to America?
If I had a reason to move, right?
But the fact is, you're
But I wouldn't
leaving.
move leaving the greater things. Remember, the reason why people move to other places is because they are searching for the greater, right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I have it, then I don't have a reason to move. You understand? That's why I feel like it doesn't make sense to leave your own country where you live in your own estate, right?
Right.
You've got money, you've got businesses, you've got farms that you claim to be owning. Then you decide to say, no, I'm up and living. I'm living these things.
Actually, I wouldn't move.
That's impossible.
Like, yes, I know there's a lot of things happening in South Africa, but honestly, it's my motherland.
But listen, man, these
I know
guys,
there's
these guys are not
opportunities.
moving because they are poor.
I know
Get
there's
the point.
opportunities.
These guys are moving because they claim that there is genocide, right? Of which we don't know about.
You mean the fact that they say kill the Boers?
I mean, those are the old statement, man.
Yeah, but Donald Trump is
Is
still
that what
on
that
it.
was presented at the State House or something?
I think so.
Because now these guys moved because of genocide, not because they are in need, right? So this is a guy who owns a business, is a businessman, a well-established person,
Right.
who's got cars and money and whatsoever. Then why does he have to leave all those things behind just to go and settle
Something less.
for a handout? You understand?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Actually, it's like USA gains more and they gain less, knowing that you had everything here.
Then
you
you
had
left it.
everything, you left it. Then when you get there, you get a small amount of what you could have did.
So do you think that's enough for someone who believed to have left so much?
No,
So
not.
where there's smoke, there's fire, you know?
exactly. Like
This is
there's
co-
something about it.
Yeah?
You can say you can get this and that, but what are the terms and conditions on that contract?
All right.
Get a lawyer. Get a smart lawyer who knows everything about that. Because we don't know.
Speaking of which, getting lawyers and everything, I just heard now there's a gentleman who introduced the show, Power Perspective, on Power FM.
Okay, I don't know that.
Apparently, his contract was terminated without reason and maybe without notifying. You know, contracts, they have clauses, right?
Yeah.
It's either notify me before termination and
Right.
give me a reason.
So what happened exactly?
So what happened now, this guy, he brought his team of lawyers, and apparently he's won the case where Power FM has to pay this guy 2 million just for terminating his contract.
Wait,
so-
wait. To terminate a contract, like 2 million,
Yeah,
like rents.
like in rands, yeah, definitely. Because if they don't give you a reason for terminating your contract, and then if they just don't give you a notification, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why people need to know the laws of how to go about these things sometimes, you
Right.
know? So speaking of lawyers, which is important, I wanted to tell this to people who are doing businesses, right? It's important to have stipulations, right? Doesn't matter if you're working with your friends or your family, but let's be clear on the first note. How is this contract going to be flexible? How is this contract going to work for me and you? Because here's the thing, man, we don't want to do stipulations. We don't want to do contracts, right?
Yeah.
Because you are my friend. I
True.
don't think it's necessary for you to sign a clause on a contract.
Well, honestly, we don't mix business with pleasure.
Exactly.
We
so
don't.
we need more people to understand that stipulations down at some point.
Right.
So this is a smart move. Look now, this guy's gonna beg 2 million because he understood the stipulations.
Yeah.
And then he had a contract. This is just an individual who's not as big as Power FM, right? But look now, Power FM has to pay the individual. So if you know your stipulations, you know your terms, you have everything on contract, you can always win these things going forward. Just in case you experience the same situation, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to touch a bit on that. So back to the financial discipline part, man. So on financial discipline, it's so heartbreaking seeing most of the youth, as soon as they get done with their high school, when they finish their high school, they get a normal 9 to 5 job, probably a retail job, right? And then,
Don't start with retail. Don't.
but that's most of the jobs that are available.
Ah.
Really, most of these jobs that are available is retail.
Have you worked in retail, bro?
I've worked in retail myself.
Do you know how it feels?
I know how it feels.
It doesn't pay, bro.
So here's the thing, exactly. It doesn't pay as you expect, right? Not
And
as
my
much as
feet.
you expect.
And my feet.
So think about it. This is not paying enough,
Yeah.
right? And then you just finish your high school, you get a job. With the overexcitement of the payment and the salary, you now spend your money on non-essential stuff, you know, mostly probably clothes, right? Okay, it's okay to take care of yourself, feel good, spoil yourself, right? But now you just get your first payment and you're overexcited. You're gonna invest the first salary into your non-essential things. This is why we find ourselves broke, guys. This is how you find yourself going to Mashonisa, guys. I know for sure nobody goes to a Mashonisa because they enjoy it. It's a situation.
Okay.
But I want to talk about how do we help our people, our mothers, our families. How can we? I know me and you are not experts on finance.
No, we're
I'm
not.
a bad spender myself, right? I can tell you that. I'm not good at finances. I'm worst. But what ways can we come up with?
Well, we do know that we can save up money. Okay, for an example, when we were young, we were given piggy banks or 2-liter bottles.
Yeah, I remember the piggy banks. Yeah?
Exactly. You can put like a coin, just one coin a day, or if you have some, just save up and save up and save up.
But do you think at my age, right? This is what someone can ask you. Do you think at my age I have the time to be busy saving around coins?
But if you can, you can.
No,
Like,
we don't do the same, right?
No, people still do that even now. Like at their big age, they still do that
Those
now.
people are still
Yes,
doing
they
that
do.
traditional way.
Yes, they still do. Because sometimes putting it at the bank, it covers more, like it pulls more interest. You have to pay the interest at the same time. So other people just want to save up there and even teach their own children how to save,
You see, on that part, like that's what I've done at home. I've taught the kids, especially my nieces, the value of each cent. If you want to know that every rand is important, just look at how when the price of petrol hikes up. Have you seen how the motorists go crazy? You find the garages so full, man. Just for a 1 rand increase, just for a 50-cent increase, this should show you how much the value of money means, right?
Yeah.
Because these guys are not crazy, man. They understand that this thing it's an essential use. It's an everyday use, right?
Yeah.
This is why you find these guys when the motorists, mostly people who own cars, they are mad when the price of petrol hikes up. When you go and look at it, it's just a 10-cent hike. And you feel like these guys are being dramatic,
But they are, Joe.
No, it's the value of money.
Oh,
It's the value of money.
Like, look. The petrol has increased, right?
Yeah.
Taxi fare has increased. Groceries have increased. Guys,
Well,
tausanyana.
everything has increased, right?
But tausanyana na
So now,
raperisha, man.
what advice can you give to someone who's trying to save, who's trying to work on the saving mode?
Okay, I would advise to give like a method plan. Like you see how you put it, like you make a mind map for your dreams, for your goals.
Yeah.
Like put a what's this called, a financial plan. Start with a financial plan and see where you can divide your money on the things that you need, not want, guys. What you need.
Needs, not wants.
Yes, sometimes when you
Speaking
have
of needs and wants,
Yeah.
I admire what Big Zulu did. I'm not sure if he bought an old car and then he refurbished it, or he bought a new car, but it's an old BMW, right? What he did is that I think he just did a bit of tweaking here and there. The car is nice. When it stands there with the modern day cars,
Right.
it looks beautiful. It fits in, right? So I like the fact that it challenges the societal norms. That if you have money, you must have this. If you have money, you must have that, right? But at some point, I like the fact that he's proving that no, it's about what you like as a person.
Yeah.
It's about what works for you as a person. It's not about what the society demands of us as people who are believed to be the ones who have money. You understand?
Yeah.
So I want to give a big shout out to Big Zulu. I've never seen him change his style for anyone, right?
He lives his own life.
He lives his own life. So we can learn a lot from people like that, man. So financial discipline is important. Every little 10 cent is important, man. Because now, look, at ShopRites or at other supermarkets mostly, right? When you go for shopping, they won't give you a thing, a product just because of your 10 cent short,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Actually, themselves might get fired for being 10 cents short. So this should show you the value of each cent in every rand.
Yeah, but people when they get their change, when it comes to 10 cents, they don't use it anymore.
Listen, guys, you can bring those 10 cents to me. I know what to do with them. I don't mind. I don't mind because there's actually some coin dispensers at
Yeah.
some banks, right?
Yes.
So I'm not saying people should go around looking for coins. You should act crazy, and stuff like that. But sharp, if you have your if you have your piggy bank in there, man, you can go drop those coins at a coin dispenser at your bank. Eventually, you've got a few rands on your account.
I think I'm going there tomorrow.
Because remember, transactions they charge. There's charges and everything. So those little monies are the monies that can help you cover some charges, some bank fees, and whatsoever.
Yeah.
So financial discipline is something that I wanted to touch on because this is a common trap with the youth of today. The pressure of wanting to use the most fashionable phone, the pressure of wanting to wear the most fashionable clothes, right?
Okay. So we did touch upon this topic before, our first episode.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
So is it the first episode or second episode? I'm not sure.
I think it was our second episode, yeah.
Yeah. So about clothings. Just wear what you wanna wear, bruh. Like, don't put pressure on yourself when it comes to label. If I want.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes, guys, you need to learn to say no. I can't make it to your friends. Tell your friends that you're broke. You don't have to be embarrassed when your friends say, hey, man, let's go clubbing. If you don't have the money, you don't have the money.
Yeah.
You don't want to find yourself using the money that's not supposed to be meant for
You
that,
should be
right?
using for work
Exactly.
tomorrow.
And another thing, people love having it easy. Speaking of financial discipline, there's people who love being on the receiving end always. People who enjoy handouts.
What do you mean by that?
People who enjoy handouts, people who are able to think for themselves or do for themselves.
But they decide
better
not
yet,
to.
they are lazy to do. They believe in handouts everywhere.
Okay.
In leeching of other people.
It's not much.
Exactly, something like that. So, in terms of financial discipline, there's people like that who just pull up and just ask for money. Guys, we're not saying you shouldn't help your guys or your families, but you need to check, man. You should see, this guy is always coming and asking for money. He
Does he even work?
He doesn't come to me with a better plan of how we can make the money, rather.
Together. Yeah.
But he's always asking for money. And then at the other end, if you are trying to be in business and you are the one who's giving always, being a Father Christmas, like I met this gentleman, Mr. Matlala, the lawyer guy. He was telling me about a gentleman from Limpopo. This guy has bought 2 houses, right? And a car, just off selling your chicken feet in the street. But he's managed to, it's not easy, obviously. You can imagine the journey that he's been through.
Yeah.
So, but you can never get there if you don't have financial discipline. For someone who's like me, your Biggie, and your Star, who's still scratching off from the ground, right?
Yeah.
So you obviously don't want to act like you are there already. You understand? Watch how you're spending. Don't feel the pressure. Don't feel pressurized. Man, to fit in, you can fit in with your mind. With what you talk. Prioritize. You understand?
Yeah.
So on the financial discipline part, there's people who undermine money, man. If they give them a change at the till, that 10 cents, they never take it, they leave it.
Right, 10 cents they rang for.
Our mothers, our sisters, when they go to shops, they want to keep on buying those shopping bags time and again, right?
No, I'd advise people not to take plastic. It's ruining our environment.
Really?
Yes. So get a shopping bag.
I like the angle of plastic. You just reminded me of our guy, Minenhles Melane.
The guy who makes meth out of
Minenhles Melane, our guy, has done it again.
What do you mean by that?
Last month he was attending the Green Youth Indaba, taking place in ICC Durban in KZN.
A seminar?
Yes. Sponsored by all these big brands. So he has been able to be awarded and he's been promised to get 20K, but he has showed us the statements of 10K from Anonymous.
Wow.
So he's gotten the 10K already from
Yeah.
Anonymous because of his project, because of what he's doing, because he's saving the environment.
Okay, I want to ask something. Could be the Anonymous be the artist that he was, like, the person was supposed to, advertise his.
I mean, I don't think if someone cannot post your stuff, they can give you 10K. If you can barely post my thing, how can you give me 10K?
True.
If you can barely talk about my product or my business, I don't think you are able to give me a 10K.
What if he felt guilty though?
Really?
I don't know.
No, because this guy was gifted a doormat, right? As an influencer.
Yeah.
Because he's a big radio station producer. And now, because our expectation is people from the guys that we gift, obviously the guy is an influencer who's going to go on his social media and be like, hey guys, I met this gentleman, he gifted me this and that. You can check him out where so and so, right?
But it never happened.
It never happened. So do you think someone like that can give you 10K? If you can tell me, do you think someone like that can give you 10K? Who can barely share your status?
Nah.
Exactly.
Nah.
So now, Minenhles Melane is about to be awarded with 20K in an award.
Wow.
But he already got the 10K from Anonymous and he has sent us the receipts to prove it. So you can imagine this gentleman, man, after crying his heart out so loud about failed influencer partnership or whatsoever that I can call it, right? But God opened the doors. This is what happened,
Okay, big ups to Milenhle.
Shout out Minenhles Melane, man. Keep on doing the best. Keep on doing the most.
Yeah.
Because people don't wanna work, man. People overlook stuff. This guy is repurposing, recycling plastic. Think about it. This guy is recycling plastic. This was where everything was fashionable. Now it's a fashionable thing. Where you go, you find people picking up stuff. Back in the day, we used to think people who pick up plastic are druggies or are people who are poor, right? That's the mentality that we have as people. Somebody who's doing a small business you think is poor. Actually, they have a bigger vision. They know the plans that they have for themselves. So the thing of undermining people or undermining the value of money, undermining the business, the ideas, we will not get anywhere. Right?
Okay.
We'll never get anywhere. At this point, I can tell you, man, one thing. It's important to know the skills. I know there's something made for everyone, right? We're not all going to be nurses. We're not all going to be lawyers. We're not all going to do the same things. We don't all love the same things. But you can't say, because I'm a nurse, right? I've got qualifications of being a nurse,
Right.
but I'm sitting at home. Are you waiting to be a nurse while you're sitting at home?
No.
Is that job going to come to you? Can't you do something else meanwhile you're waiting to get the proper job that fits your qualification? That's the most important thing. People need to learn that you need to be skillful. It's not about having your qualifications or not.
Okay.
You understand?
You see, when it comes to skillful,
Yeah.
you remind me, my dad actually tells me this thing every day.
Yeah?
Like, to be honest, bruh, the only thing that can give you a job is your skill, having a skill.
Having a skill.
Having a skill, bruh.
In the world of today, man, having a
Like,
skill is the most
if you know
important
you
thing.
have a skill, that you know that you can work through it, you can make money
Through
with
it.
it.
Yeah.
You know you have something, you have something.
People overlook jobs as much as they overlook the value of money. They overlook some jobs. You find someone telling you that I can't do construction. People overlook jobs as much as they overlook the value of money. But when they see the guys with money, they want to ask themselves, how did this guy get the money? This guy knows how to use the money, knows how to make it and use it and save it. You understand?
By just big thinking.
By just big thinking. So people need to understand that you need to learn some skills. There's no more jobs right now, man. People overlook some jobs.
Yeah.
Just because I've got a lawyer qualification, I just studied LLB, does not mean if I don't have that gig, I can't do something else. Like, I, for one, I'll tell you, I don't like construction work. I don't like construction work, I, for one. But if you ask me to mix some daga for you right now, I'll do it. Because I do have that skill. Why? Because I need a survival skill, man.
Sure.
As you can see, there's no jobs, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Speaking of which, it's alarming now. Something is happening in China. to a point that it got to an alarming point that the president had to call out the Chinese youth, there's something that they call red people. Red people.
Red people. Do you know the context of red people?
Well, maybe scientifically you can teach me one.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah.
people, red people.
Yeah.
Because that type of word, actually,
Oh.
context, when they say red people, they call people like Indian people. They
Yeah.
say red people.
Okay.
Like not Indian from India exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Like you see, I don't know how to describe them because I don't want to offend anybody.
Anybody, yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You see how back in the day in the history of USA, when the Americans and the Indians, you get the context. Yeah, when they call them red people.
They did the deed. You must be clear. When the red Indians and the Americans did a sexual intercourse.
Not a sexual intercourse. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's not fine. It's
yeah.
not a sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
You see how we have a problem also. We did have the same problem as the Indians had the same problem from USA. How they were trying to live their own lives than the whites. Actually, the Americans, I don't know, but I would say the whites tried to immigrate and take over that land. So when I'm saying the context of red people, I'm not talking about the skin color.
There's no master of pronunciation, eh? Some of us were born with a V in our mouth, so
it's the.
I meant red, R-A-T. Not red the color.
Not red the color.
Yes,
red people.
Red people.
Wait, spell it.
R-A-T.
Like red, like red.
Yeah. So you can
wait. I wanna. Yeah. Red.
Red.
Like
people.
A rat.
Yeah, like a rat.
Like a rat.
Yeah. I don't know why they call him that, but what I know is that when someone's ratting out on someone is when they are snitching out, right? Or maybe when they are turning their back on someone.
Yeah.
So it is believed this youth is turning their back on the government, by the way.
How so?
So it is believed this youth is turning their back on the government.
How so?
They are being ignorant. Some are handing on resignation letters at their jobs. They are resigning. Quitting the jobs, like resigning.
Why?
For the fact of content creating. You can imagine. People are quitting their jobs for the fact of content creating.
Well, content creating, it does pay.
Does pay well, eh?
Yeah.
So in China, it's at a point whereby most of the youth, they've declined the jobs. They've handed over their resignation letters. They're no longer working for anyone. They're just doing content.
Well, they don't pay anymore when it comes to their jobs.
I mean, there's a difference between doing this for the fact of getting paid and then just glamorizing the lifestyle of sitting in bed and scrolling down your phone,
Okay, but quick question to our audiences. Would you quit your 9 to 5 and become a content creator? Would you? Because, hey, you need the guap.
I actually want to ask you that question.
I
actually want to ask you that question. Do you think South Africa will get to a point whereby, I mean, we know with an unemployment rate, we know, right?
Yeah.
But do you think it might get to a point whereby people are leaving their jobs?
They would.
In SA.
The youth, they would.
What makes you
say
so?
They would.
What makes it
I
so?
swear to God.
Yeah?
Like content creating lately, it's paying.
Yeah.
Music, it's
a lot
paying.
of stuff is paying.
Exactly. So our 9 to 5, it's nothing anymore. Because we can't even do anything about that.
Right.
Retail does not pay.
Yeah.
When it comes to working at shops, especially ShopRite, it doesn't pay. So being a cleaner, it doesn't pay. Being a nurse, it doesn't pay. So what are we supposed to do? Yes, you can have your 9 to 5. I would advise have your 9 to 5 and have something you can fall
side
back.
hustle.
Exactly.
Have a side hustle. Exactly.
Use your skills that you have. If you can do something with your skills that can bring you money, then do it.
Definitely, man.
Do it.
Oh, great.
Because I know I'm doing it.
Yeah, I mean, side hustle is also good. You can't depend on one income as well.
Facts.
Right? So we want to urge people out there to go out there, man. Go and work. Nobody's going to come and say, hey, man, here's a 10K, just like Minentless Melani. That guy worked his ass off. He's out there picking up plastic, recycling, and doing this and that. So People should stop expecting handouts.
Yeah.
I think people with money as well, we should stop just giving out money. Let someone do something for that money, you know, or give them a way of how to get that money. Because I don't think I want to be the guy who has money and just go around like, I have it here, you know?
Money is very scarce now.
Exactly. So I think these guys should also stop just handing over money all over. Make someone understand, if you want $100, you can wash my car. Then they'll know that they need to work for something.
Exactly.
Before they just earn it, you know? So, Star, I guess you've learned your lesson for the day about financial discipline.
Actually, I did. And I'm going to start like saving up now because
I have my own way that I can give people on how they can work around this financial discipline thingy.
Yeah.
Right? Well, this is what my girlfriend does. Well, soon to be my wife, as you know.
Okay.
This is what my girlfriend does.
Okay.
So, my girlfriend, she buys food stamps, right?
Okay.
At your regular supermarkets. So the food stamp is the one that we can trade in when things are tough, when we see, okay, these finances are allocated for something specific. But now we do have some food stamps.
Well, I didn't know that food stamps, like in South Africa, they do exist. Because
Yeah,
I
you buy
only
them.
know that they're from like America a lot of times. Like
Yeah,
I see them
actually,
on
there's a
movies.
thing that they introduced at your popular supermarket there. You buy the food stamps, then you can save them for the day in case you don't have money. And then you're out of you're out of this and that, you know. You can just go present your food stamp, you get your product.
Really?
So I think that helps with someone not overspending their money. I think that helps with someone on how they can manage how to spend their money, right? So you can always allocate some funds to the other essential stuff, but you always know as for food, when you're out of grocers, you've got food stamps, you just use your food stamps. So now you don't find yourself trying to squeeze a lot of things in that particular amount that you're left with.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the food stamps that you can save money in a way. Okay.
Right? Because if I don't buy the food stamp, for instance, I just spend my whole 1,000 rands. What happens in the next 2 weeks?
You have nothing.
Exactly. But if I have a food stamp, I'm backed up, I'm sorted. Can go for another week or so. So thank you for today, Star. Once again, everybody, I'm your host, Biggie, aka Mr. Loscam, the Creative Hustler, the Chicken Kwasa Prime Master, Shane Kasi, and everything in between getting that Zaga, man. Signing out.
It's me, your girl, Star Nkosi, aka Enchantress Baby, Inkanyezi, Daga Nkosi, signing out.
Big thinkers, money maka plana mapuno. Big thinkers, Mandela no Walter Sisulu. Big thinkers.